following is a presentation of Paola Sports Live. It's time for Panther Sports. On your new home for Paola High School athletics, Paola Sports Live. Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Learn more at gobrawley.com. Also by Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, Dr. Laura's Orthodontics, and Miami County Dance Movement. This is Paola Athletics on your new home for the Panthers, Paola Sports Live. And good Friday evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the weekend and welcome to week number 5 of the high school football season. Can you believe it? We've made it this far. Can't say the same for some of our counterparts. We'll get to that in just a little bit here on the pregame show. But it is a gorgeous night for some high school football here in Paola, as the Paola Panthers, a number 2 ranked team in Class 4A, 4-0 in the season, 4-0 in the Frontier League, welcoming a non-conference opponent as they host the Wamego Red Raiders. BJ Harris along with you. Along with me tonight, Caden Carbajo, as the Paola Panthers are coming off a 62-7 win at Ottawa on Friday. It was just a game that was never in doubt. Some astronomical numbers and short work done by the Paola Panthers against a Ottawa team that has just kind of struggled throughout this season. And they do have a win, but they were not going to get one the other night. Senior quarterback Garrett Williams led the way. Accounted for 5 touchdowns, 3 on the ground, 2 in the air in that game against Ottawa. He had 5 carries for 123 yards and 2 touchdowns. He had 4 for 5 passing for 74 yards as well. Junior running back Giovanni Blackie, 5'9", 190-pound junior, had 9 carries, 149 yards, 3 touchdowns, just dominant in that one. Cruised to victory. On the season, Blackie, 48 carries, 611 yards, 7 touchdowns so far on the year. Quarterback Garrett Williams, 45 carries, 377 yards, and 10 touchdowns on the ground. He also has 5 touchdowns through the air on 16 of 28 passing for 316 yards in the year. So those two have really done a nice job, but it has been a lot of help from everybody else as well. Fullback Leighton Moore had a good game the other night. Obviously, fullback Fletcher Audie, how he goes, that offense goes at times in that one. And right now, the offense is cruising, outscoring opponents 201-73 on the season so far. Defensively, another very good performance by the Paola defense, and we talked to Coach Dumper here in just a little bit about that. He really felt good, like they kind of turned a corner and made some improvements defensively. And when you're really good, a little bit of an improvement is a big deal. And Coach talks about that at this point in the season. What are you doing? Are you getting better? Are you getting worse? Or are you staying the same? 2 out of 3 of those are not good, and he feels like they are getting better, which is pretty key for the number 2 ranked team in 4A. They limited Ottawa just 163 yards and a touchdown in that one. Jake Carr led the way, 7 tackles. He's the leading tackler on the season with 25 on the year. Their opponent tonight, the Wamego Red Raiders, you got a chance to see those guys before they huddled up to go into the locker room. 3-1 on the season. This is a quality opponent making the trip down I-70, and I'm going to figure out how they got here. What they do? K10, wrap around Lawrence, maybe drop down on I-35, hit 169 and drop. Is that how you come down, Caden? That's how I do it. Coming off or maybe come down and go 68 across. That's what they did. I guarantee that's what they did. Coming off a 41-7 win over Atchison on homecoming last week for them. They've won 3 straight after a week 1 loss to Concordia, 7-14. So they're only lost 1 touchdown. Led by sophomore quarterback Hayden Oviatt. Oviatt's a pretty good-looking kid. Watching him down there warm up before this thing. Not a real big guy at 145 pounds, but he can wing it just a little bit. And he had 3 touchdown passes, including touchdown passes of 34 yards and 48 yards last week against Atchison. He also had a rushing touchdown, so 4 scores for him. They've got a big offensive line. They go 270 across the board up front. They run that spread offense, but they're going to try to run it out of the spread. A lot of jet sweep and some zone read. We talked with Coach about that as well. Homecoming festivities tonight, we'll have those for you in just a moment, and then we'll have our pregame show. We'll try to get as much as our chat with Coach Dumpert in as we can as we continue here on The pregame show brought to you by Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics, where they are committed to providing quality health care to families in Miami County. A comprehensive approach to oral care. Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. Learn more at ironhorsedental.com or drlaurasortho.com. These guys are awesome. Go check them out. If you've been over there to Lewisburg, just as you come into town on 68 Highway, it's that new building right by the Price Chopper. Really nice new building. They have got a set-up, state-of-the-art facility in there. And, of course, we love our friends at Go Brawley. Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Experience a new kind of internet with Go Brawley. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit gobrawley.com. We'll hear from them. Come back for homecoming next on Paola Sports Live.
For a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast. Affordable with plans starting at just $34.95. No throttling, no tricks. More upload speed and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit gobrawley.com. Go Brawley. It just works.
We've got homecoming festivities going on. We'll turn over to PA announcer Jeff Hines for tonight's homecoming activities.
It goes on from Robert Frost. His best memory while attending PHS has been being captain of the soccer team while breaking. Mr. Ian Hyde. Rylan is the daughter of Dallas and Sandy Armbruster. Her most embarrassing moment while in high school was having a mental breakdown while being forced to hold a chicken at the animal science lab while everyone laughed at her. Rylan's favorite quote is, "No matter where life takes me, find me with a smile," from Mac Miller. Her best memory while attending PHS was winning senior night of volleyball and all the love and support she felt from her teammates and coaches. Rylan's future plans are to attend Emporia State University to major in athletic training. Miss Rylan Armbruster. Our second set of candidates are Bo Robinson and Emily Gage. Bo is the son of Dave and Jenny Robinson. His most embarrassing moment while in high school was his sophomore year. The seniors decided to pick his truck up and move it as part of their senior prank. Bo's favorite quote is, "You have to expect things of yourself before you can do them," from Michael Jordan. His best memory while attending PHS is winning sectionals against Chanute his junior year in football. Bo's future plans are to attend college. Mr. Bo Robinson. Emma is the daughter of Dirk and Paula Gage. Her most embarrassing moment while in high school was during her junior year when her dance team performed on Fox 4 News. She had broken her wrist the week before and had no way of holding onto a palm, so her coach had to duct tape one on her cast while on live television. Emma's favorite rule to live by is LaCroix before boys. Her best memory while attending PHS was being asked to represent her school at a regional and international leadership conference her junior year. Her future plans are to attend California Polytechnic State University to major in social entrepreneurship. Miss Emily Gage. The next set of candidates are Ben Tempe and Chloe Gherkin. Ben is the son of Doug and Kitty Tempe. His most embarrassing moment while in high school was freshman year when he was chairman of the Green Hand FFA Parliamentary Procedure Team. They were in the judge meeting at leadership school when everyone forgot what they were supposed to do. After realizing no one had a clue what was going on, he began crying with laughter for 3 straight minutes to the point the judges and everyone outside the room were laughing too. He abruptly adjourned the meeting without a motion of adjournment and walked out. He could see Mr. Menifee's look of horror at how bad they had done as they recorded the lowest score in history. Ben's favorite quote is from Psalms 144. "Blessed be the Lord, my rock, who trains my hands for war, my fingers for battle. He is my steadfast love and my fortress, my stronghold and my deliverer." His best memory while attending PHS has been junior year when he qualified to represent the Panthers at the state wrestling tournament in Salina. And while there, he had a couple of teammates join him as they convinced the hotel clerk to give him a key to Coach Maynard's room. They opened all 30 of his plastic water bottles and took just a sip from each one. His future plans are to attend Kansas State University to major in agricultural science and enroll in the Army ROTC program. Mr. Ben Tempe. Chloe is the daughter of Rusty and Lisa Gherkin. Her most embarrassing moment while in high school was on a rainy day before school. She and her friends were in a bit of a hurry to get inside. Later during school, as panic set in, she was struggling to find her keys until one of her classmates let her know that your car is running in the parking lot. Everyone found out. She was so embarrassed. She wasn't sure there was going to be any gas left in her car. So, of course, she started bawling her eyes out during advisory. Chloe's favorite quote is, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future," from Jeremiah 29:11. Her best memory while attending PHS has been waiting for the bell to ring. Chloe's future plans are to attend Johnson County Community College and study dental hygiene. Miss Chloe Gherkin. Our last set of candidates are Garrett Williams and Taylor Murdoch. Garrett is the son of Mark and Kenda Williams. His most embarrassing moment while in high school was one night after a basketball game when he backed into another car leaving Sonic as all of his friends were there watching. Garrett's favorite quote is, "A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way," from John C. Maxwell. His best memory while attending PHS has been getting to play in the state baseball tournament his freshman year. His future plans are to attend college and major in engineering. Mr. Garrett Williams. Taylor is the daughter of Kurt and Dee Dee Murdoch. Her most embarrassing moment while in high school was her sophomore year leaving school when she accidentally hit the gas instead of the brake and rear-ended the person in front of her. Fortunately, there was no damage though. Taylor's favorite quote is, "The most important thing is to enjoy your life, to be happy. It's all that matters," from Audrey Hepburn. Her best memory while attending PHS has been cheering at games on Friday nights and getting fourth place at the Keisha state cheer competition. Her future plans are to attend Johnson County Community College, where she will major in business management. Miss Taylor Murdoch. On hand to crown this year's King and Queen are last year's recipients, Mr. Javier Castillo, a Pittsburgh State University student, and Emmy Zeller, who currently attends K-State. The 2020 Paola High School Homecoming King is Big Ol' Bo Robinson. And the 2020 Paola High School Homecoming Queen is Miss Emily Skate.
There you have your homecoming festivities for 2020. Congratulations to both of those young people, actually all 8 of the young people out there, as that is certainly an honor to be crowned homecoming king or queen. And so good luck to them. Good luck to Bo tonight in the ball game as well. We'll take our next break. We come back. We'll hear from the head coach of the Paola Panthers, Mike Dumpert, as we continue on the Dr. Laura's Orthodontics Iron Horse Dental pregame show on Paola Sports Live. Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com. Welcome back to the Iron Horse Dental, Dr. Laura's Orthodontics pregame show here on Paola Sports Live. BJ Harris along with you as we get set for this non-conference matchup between the Paola Panthers and Wamego Red Raiders. Joining us now, the head coach of the Panthers, Mike Dumpert. Coach, first we'll go back briefly to last Friday night, a pretty one-sided event there in Ottawa. As you go back and evaluate, how do you evaluate that? And does it just more become an evaluation of your next level, or how do you get much from a game where it was pretty dominant from the word go?
Well, you try to look at it with critique it from a technique aspect. We were not perfect. You know, they scored on us.
Right.
We did some things poorly on defense, so we naturally use that as a teaching point and hopefully learn from what we did wrong on that. Offensively, you know, we were rolling. If I'm not mistaken, we got the ball and we fumbled the ball.
Right.
We snapped over our head, and then we were 3 and out. And then from that point on, our varsity was on the field for 18 plays and scored 64 points.
Right. Yeah, you scored every time in the first half, except for that first one, and then took a knee. Yeah.
So we just put it in the bin, started looking at the next week, told the kids they did what they needed to do. And they did, you know, they did what they had to, and then we started looking to get ready for Wamego, and they're very good on tape.
All right, we'll talk about them in a minute. But what's your thought process as you start to kind of sprinkle younger guys into a ball game like that? And do you do wholesale, like here's first team, here's second team? Or I did notice you maybe played a couple of younger linebackers first and then a couple of younger D linemen, and then just kind of edge them into the ball game a little bit to get that varsity experience.
That's exactly right. We had some kids we wanted that we're kind of looking at in a quality game, how they're going to line up or how they're going to hold up. So we threw some kids in there, and they made mistakes, and they did some things well too. Don't get me wrong; they did some things well. We prefer that than just wholesale changes. Sometimes when you do that, it's really hard to get a look.
Right.
It's hard for a kid to show himself, and he might be ready for varsity level, but if the kids in front of him aren't doing what they're supposed to, and they're releasing a lot of people to them, especially at linebacker, it's difficult to evaluate. But we sprinkled some kids in. They did all right.
Yeah, one guy that stood out to me when he got his opportunity in there, and he certainly physically looks ready to go, is Ramey. And he you could tell he made a couple missteps at times and some misreads, but boy, physically he looks the part, doesn't he?
Yeah, him and Leighton Moore, the other kid I played, Mike Lightback, are two good-looking kids.
Yeah.
They're big, strapping kids for juniors. They look the part. You're exactly right, though. You're spot on. They still don't have the type of eye discipline that we preach about, where they're really locked in on their keys. They tend to look in the backfield, and anytime you get staring into the backfield, you can get misdirected and fooled that way. And they just haven't had enough reps to where they do it consistently. So that in a game like it. At Ottawa, it's a good time to throw them in, see how they react, and it gives us literally bullet points, so to speak, to work on the next week. You know, we come in and say, hey, this is what you did wrong, this is why you did it wrong, and it makes our job easier as a coach. My assistant coaches tend to work ahead for the upcoming game. I tend to correct. It's kind of my role. I go back from Friday, see what I didn't like. I work on the correction aspect. They're already working on Wamego or whoever our next opponent is. And, it's just the kind of the way we've done it. I don't know that everybody, it's the best way per se, but that's kind of what we're comfortable with.
It's got to be fun, though, and probably one of the highlights of coaching when you're looking at a kid. And I saw that last night we did volleyball, and there was a couple girls on that volleyball team that are physically, they have the athletic traits to that they're going to be successful. It's just a matter of time and coaching. That's got to be exciting when you see kids like the two you mentioned and some others that physically they're going to have the ability to do what they need to do if you can get the other things ironed out, and that's got to be rewarding anyways when you see it click.
When I was a very young coach, it literally my first or second year, Lou Holtz was still at the University of Arkansas. We're talking the early 80s. I went down to listen to Coach Holt. He's one of my idols. I went down to listen to Coach Holt speak and at a clinic, and he made a statement that says, until you rep a kid 500 times, you really can't evaluate how good he is. 500 times. And I started thinking about that a little bit. And the more I I have stuck with the game, he was spot on. Yeah, you know, sometimes some of those kids get it on the 50th rep. Some kids, it takes all 500.
Right.
So I've learned to be more patient with that. I've learned to try to recreate as many game type situations as I can in practice to hopefully get those reps.
Talk with the head football coach of the Paola Panthers, Mike Dumpert, here on the Dr. Laura's Orthodontics Iron Horse Dental pregame show here on Paola Sports Live. We'll take a quick break. We come back. We'll continue our chat with Coach Dumpert as we turn our attention towards the Red Raiders of Wamego. Next, right here on Paola Sports Live.
Miami County Dance Movement is a place to inspire kids. Miami County Dance Movement is one big family with loving teachers. Miami County Dance Movement is where I'm learning to be flexible in dance and my life. Miami County Dance Movement is so amazing because everybody is so loving and kind. Miami County Dance Movement is like a second family to me.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is the area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you place that faulty trimmer or mower, bring it to Hers and let their experts get you back to work. Hers also takes care of hydraulic hoses, cylinder reseal, and mechanical control cables, such as push-pull, brake, throttle, and more. Plus, they carry quality equipment like Bobcat mowers, Steiner tractors, grass trimmers, and more. Hers is even a UPS drop-off station. To learn more,
come and visit us at hersinc.net.
Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Welcome back to the Iron Horse Dental, Dr. Laura's Orthodontics pregame show here on Paola Sports Live. BJ Harris along with you as we continue to talk with the head football coach of the Paola Panthers, Mike Dumpert. And Coach, we're midway point of the season. We'll talk about Wamego in just a second, but as your team, and I know you've had some games where you've been able to evaluate and some teams where it hasn't, but do you feel like you're where you need to be at this point in the season right now, that you're ready to make that late charge as we turn into October?
Yeah, one thing that I am really look for is are we still getting better? You know, and it is my belief that about three things happen. You know, and it sounds cliched. You either maintain, you either drop off, or you continue to get better. Mm-hmm. And the teams that continue to get better are the ones that make the deep run. Mm-hmm. And so we're looking to make sure that we're getting better in our special teams. We're not where we need to be yet. Our defense is starting to get better, but we are not cursed with perfection at all. So we've got a lot of things to keep working on. Offensive line continues to get better and better. You know, we're to the point where it's hard. We hardly get played straight up anymore. Right. People mole us, dive into our legs, or just stunt like crazy all the time. Mm-hmm. And luckily, because we see enough of that, we're getting a little better at it each week. Anytime they do the stunt game or the mole game, they're basically trying to eat two guys with one person and protect their second level. And we're getting better at that. And once we get that figured out, I'm really pleased with how our offensive line has progressed through the year. To answer your question, we are where we think we should be. We are far from being where we need to be.
Yeah, that philosophy to come in and play you is a little bit, I'm sure, bored out of desperation or just knowing they're not going to match up with you man to man, so they're going to try to do some different things. You see it in basketball when teams will throw a junk defense at a team just trying to make them do some stuff. But I always felt as an offensive lineman, I loved it because once they got them to the ground, that was over. You could go to the next level. That's why those plays you guys have are either going to be a 2-yard gain or an 80-yard gain, because there's no in between. Once they sell out, it's over.
That's what we tell them. We preach that all the time. Said if we hit it clean, we're gone. We're going to house it. And we've got backs. Luckily, I got some kids with some speed that can do that for me. Garrett Williams getting better and better each week. God, he made a pass the other day
nice.
for a touchdown to Bo Robinson. That was really in a tight window, and he happened to be throwing it on our sidelines. And I had a really good look at it, and it was an unbelievable pass. He put it the one place he needed to put it, and Bo went up and got it, and his development continues to get better. Giovanni Blackie is getting better each week. This is his first year he's played varsity.
No, he's going to be good. I mean, he's going to be good.
He's got some ability. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, I know exactly what throw you're talking about too on that one from Williams. I mean, it was a rock and fire to him, and he popped it and just let it rip, and it was well done. Yeah. Let's talk about Wamego a little bit. But first, a non-conference matchup, a team from a little bit further out west. How'd that come about that you guys ended up playing them?
It evolved from we were in a contract with Fort Scott for 4 straight years.
Okay.
And prior to that, we were in a contract with Pittsburgh for 4 straight years. And both of them chose to go different directions. We started looking. We didn't want to go up and play 5A schools, to be honest with you. Yeah. We wanted to stay in our classification. And Wamego came out from a good year last year. Give them credit. They're not afraid of playing anybody. Right. And we said, sure, let's do it. You're a quality program. There's somebody new for us to play. Quite honestly, nobody else around us wanted to play us. That's what to say that. So we're excited about it, and they're a very well coached program.
What do they look like? What do they come at you with offensively and defense, and ultimately what's it going to take for you to win?
They're a spread team. Okay. It starts with the jet. They're a jet sweep team, and then the counter off the jet is always the counter tray back.
Right.
Their quarterback is a sophomore. He's very good, very good. Yeah. We're really impressed. They go about 270 pounds across the front.
Wow.
They're gigantic up front. One thing that's hard to tell on tape is just how fast they are.
Yeah.
They look quick on tape. Now, no disrespect to Clay Center or Concordia or Atchison. Right. I don't know how good the competition was they were playing, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
We respect what they do. They play hard. They're extremely enthusiastic. Their kids, you can tell, are bought in. They 2-platoon. They run a lot of stuff defensively because of it.
Yeah.
But offensively, it's going to come down to us being able to handle the jet and the counter trade back. Their weak side tackle is the kid that was supposed to graduate last year and got hurt and asked for a hardship and got it.
Whoa.
So he's a 350-pound kid. He's 19 years old.
Whoa, I've never heard of that.
He is a down-blocking monster.
Huh.
He's a down block on his side. That's all he does. And then they counter tray back it. And they're good enough at it that they kick swab or they log it. They do both very well. Yeah, it's going to be a challenge for our kids. There's no doubt about it.
So when you look at a spread team like this, I mean, one of the places where you had some development was in the secondary. How do you feel like that group has developed? That's one piece we haven't talked about tonight, but might get tested a little bit.
No doubt about it. I start by stopping the run.
Yeah.
We're gonna put our eggs in that basket first, and we hope our secondary, and then we hope we hold up to the pass.
Yeah.
We're gonna see. We may have to adjust. They have their one wide receiver. His number 6 is a great route runner. His attention to detail in terms of the head and the shoulder fakes and the plants are outstanding. His quarterback is very, very good. God, we're impressed with this kid. So we know we're going to be tested. But we know that if they get the jet going and they get the counter trey going, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do our best to nullify that. Hope our ends are a little better quality than what they're used to seeing. And our linebackers have to have great eye discipline. If they will lock in on their key, the key will take them to the ball. If they start staring in the backfield and chasing ghosts, we may give up a lot of points.
It'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited to get maybe a good competition and see what you guys have on Friday. We appreciate your time, Coach, and good luck.
Thank you.
Head coach of the Paola Panthers, Mike Dumpert, joining us here on the pregame show. Kickoff's right around the corner, right here on Paola Sports Live. Kickoff is right around the corner. Indeed, kickoff is imminent. Homecoming pushed us back a little bit late, but got a chance to hear from everything from Coach Dumpert. I love those conversations with him. Every week we sit there and talk, and that you hear about 12 minutes of about a 30-minute conversation. It's good stuff. Opening kickoff is brought to you by Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill, your area Bobcat mower dealer. Kick off next year's mowing season with a great mower from Bobcat and Hers Incorporated, or take your mower in for a full tune-up. Those guys know what they're doing when it comes to tuning up your small engines. Go in there and see those guys. Learn more at hersinc.net or call 913-247-3530. And we're about to get things underway here in this one. The Wamego Red Raiders. I can't imagine there's a lot of history between these two teams over the course of time. I didn't find any times they've played each other. I'm sure I had to have in history of high school football in Kansas, but not a whole lot there. Wamego going to have the ball coming out as they will receive it. And a good return up by Ryan Erickson, senior linebacker, returning it up across the 25 up near the 26-yard line. So that's where Wamego will start as they put it down right at that 26-yard line. We're underway in this one. Homecoming night. I got 27-yard line officially. Again, the quarterback, Hayden Oviatt, sophomore, gunslinger. Going to be flushed. Breaks one would-be tackle, trying to get back to the original line of scrimmage. He will do well to scramble out and get quite a bit of yardage on first down as he runs it for a nice gain of about 9 yards on first down. And on a quarterback scramble, they were looking to pass there. He got flushed. I didn't see who gave pressure. I think maybe Jake Carr got back there to give some pressure to get him out of the backfield, but did the most he could with it. Again, if you're a sophomore 4A program, you're probably pretty good, and he's going to get lots of opportunities. Shotgun with a running back just to his left, lets it fly. And, boy, airmailed that one. I think he was intended for Collier Brummett, but it falls incomplete, and it will bring up a 3rd down and 1. Not a bad play call, really, as it was on 2nd down and short. And now a big 3rd down here early on in this one. 3rd down and 1 up to the 36-yard line. Oviatt to his left is Erickson. 2 wide receivers far side. Going to keep it, little quarterback draw. He's got the first down. As he barrels forward, Jaquan Rogers going to pull him down for a 2-yard gain. He only needed 1. He got it. And so far, all 100% of their offense by Oviatt. As it'll bring up a 1st down and 10 from the 39-yard line. Opening drive of this one, Wamego Red Raiders, Paola Panthers. Paola, the number 2 ranked team in Class 4A. Wamego getting some consideration in the votes. Flip it out to Erickson. He's got a big pickup there. Get chased down from behind. That's a nice play. That's one of those plays. I say it almost every week, it seems, about Demarius Bassett. Grab that film and show it to college coaches, because a DN getting out there on that swing pass and tracking him down and limiting for just about a gain of about 4 or 5 is a big deal. They'll give him 5 on the pass completion. It'll bring up a second down and 5. 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Running back to the right again is Erickson. Here's Oviatt. Straight drop, looking down all the way. Lets it fly. He's got his man, and it's going to fall and be caught, rather, on the completion. And a nice pickup there across midfield up to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of about 7 or 8. Enough for a first down for sure, as it'll move the chains up to the 48 inside Panther territory. Well, throughout the season, Panthers' weak spot has been at times the edges and the deep in the secondary. They're great against the run, but that might be a mismatch here in this ball game. Oviatt lets it fly. Intercepted. Jack Earlywine. The interception. He's already got one. He's going to try to take it to the house. He's got guys out in front of him. Earlywine down the sidelines. 5, touchdown. A pick 6 of a return of more than 55 yards on the interception by Jack Earlywine. Just comes up there and snatches it out of the sky. What a play. There is a penalty flag at about the 5-yard line. There was nobody but black jerseys down there and maybe a white jersey coming in late. The interception will stand, no doubt. Will the touchdown? I believe it will. And that was a 55-plus yard return on the pick 6. In the big games, they've had a pick 6. They had a pick 6 against Tonganoxie in what was a big game, and now here in this one, a big game. So it's a penalty against Paola, but it'll be enforced on the kickoff. So Hyde will come on to kick the point after attempt. And so Hyde to put this one up. 6 foot, 150-pound senior kicker has been really consistent all season long. Snaps back, holds down, kick is on the way, and it's good. A couple minutes into this one, defense scores here for the Panthers. They'll be back at it when we return on Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Defense strikes first for the Panthers as Jack Earlywine takes it 55 yards plus back to the house. PAT was good, 7-0 early going of this one, 9:19 to play in this opening quarter. And now they'll back up the penalty. I'm not sure what that penalty was. I don't know if it was some shenanigans, some trash talking or what as they were going in, but there was a bunch of guys in front of the ball carrier Earlywine. And I didn't, and when he first picked that off, I thought there's no way he's taking that to the house. Well, when he finally got out and passed the midfield mark, really around the 45, I was like, there's nobody out there. And sometimes how it happens is you jump up, snatch that one out of the air. Here's the kickoff from Audie. It'll be short. It'll be great field position for Wamego inside Panther territory, just barely, as the return up there by number 1, Aaron Matthews. Puts it across the 50-yard line, and so they'll start inside Panther territory at the 49-yard line. Well, Wamego before that was driving. They had started their drive at the 27-yard line. They were inside Panther territory, and if that ball wasn't picked off by Earlywine, I believe there was an offensive player on the other side of him that would have had an opportunity to make a play. They had a couple of nice runs by the quarterback Oviatt, and they'd had a nice connection as well of an 8-yard pitch and catch as well on that drive. Send Erickson in motion, try that jet sweep, now keep it on the zone. And Oviatt going to have a nice carry up across the 45, up near the 44-yard line. Rogers, Bassett, and Isaac Brackner, the number 2 tackler on this team. They're going to say he was just shy of the 45. It'll be a gain of 4 on the run by Oviatt.
Second down and 6. 45-yard line.
So they put a lot of guys out, and then look at that offensive line come to the line of scrimmage. Coach said they were a big bunch, and that works really well. If you can be big and physical in the zone run game, that can be a nice thing for you. Send a guy in motion, fake that again. Oviatt going to keep it himself. Ball comes loose, still loose, and he falls on top of it. Yeah, not a lot of ball security there from the sophomore quarterback as he kind of got up into the line of scrimmage, just had that ball poking out there, and I was thanking it as he was doing it. You got to take care of that football a little better. It's a loss of 5 on the play. And it will bring up a 3rd down and 11 now for the Red Raiders. Send plays in from the sidelines. That used to be standard operating procedure. Nowadays they got wristbands and boards and hand signals, and some of those guys I played with back in the day, there's no way they would have figured out the hand signal thing, including yours truly. 2 wide receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Erickson, they'll fake it, reverse him out. Rolling as Oviatt looks downfield, now has to pull it down. He just lets one fly. Back-to-back interceptions. Back-to-back interception by Jack Earlywine. And now a penalty is going to come in after the play. A penalty was down before the play. It's going to be an eligible man downfield, which will be the interception, I believe, is going to stand. That's a sophomore throw for sure by Oviatt, as he just threw that up a prayer, and that is dangerous against a good defense. I think this interception is going to stand because I think it's an eligible man downfield on the pass. But I think there's going to be a big penalty after the play against Paola. It's all my conjecture. There's the first part confirmed. That'll be declined, obviously, so the interception will stand. Personal foul against Paola, 2 for 2 on that one, I wasn't guessing. And so this will back them up 15 yards and not have great field position, but they will have the ball. So a couple of interceptions. Boy, you come on the road, you're Wamego making a pretty good long bus trip over here, and then you're against the number 2 ranked team in Class 4A anyway, the bus trip notwithstanding, and then you come out and throw 2 interceptions on your first 2 drives. Paola, that was against Wamego. Okay, I wasn't 2 for 2. I thought the personal foul was against Paola. It's against Wamego. So check on another 15. That's going to be excellent field position. I was wrong. They will start at the Wamego 46-yard line. How about Jack Earlywine? He's got a pick 6 already in this one. Then he's got an interception right there. There's Giovanni Blackie, his first carry of the ball game. First carry. It's the first play for the offense for Paola. It's just a gain of 1 on the carry by Blackie. Wing to the near side, Pitzer. Wide receiver near side is Bo Robinson, homecoming king. I think Jake Carr tight end split to the near side as well. Fullbacks Audie, tailback Blackie. Turn, handoff Blackie. Second guy through. He's got the first down. Cut back against the grain. Is he off and running? He is. He breaks 1 tackle at 25, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Panthers have touched the ball twice on offense, and they lead by 13. Let's see. That was marked at the 46. He got to the 45. It's a 45-yard touchdown run by Giovanni Blackie. And I imagine the Wamego Red Raiders a little shell-shocked walking in here to Paola Panther Stadium. Hyde to come on to kick the point after, waiting for a late arrival, and Isaac Myers, comes on late. Snap back, holds down, kick is on its way, and it's through. 14-0. Panthers on top of Wamego. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Panther football on Paola Sports Live.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast, priced right, with plans starting at $34.95. No throttling, no tricks, more upload speed, and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit GoBrawley.com. Go Brawley. It just works.
14-0, 6:47 to play here in this opening quarter. BJ Harris along with you. Along with me is Caden Carbajo tonight. As the Paola Panthers have struck once on defense and then 2 plays on offense, they score. Audie going to kick it away here for the Panthers. Good kick by Audie into the end zone. Big fella putting a boot into it. And it will be Wamego, just not much with the ball protection. They've had 2 interceptions on their 2 drives. They also had a fumble that nearly was recovered. And the sophomore quarterback has just not been very cautious with the football, as they'll start at their own 20. Wamego, white uniforms, top to bottom, white helmets even. Red numerals, red trim. 2 wide receivers far side. Shotgun again, that pistol. He'll send a man out of the backfield, empty backfield. It's going to be a quarterback keeper by Oviatt. And he'll run him up the middle for a gain of a couple, maybe 3. They will give him 3 officially, bring up a 2nd down and 7. They get a lot of shenanigans going left and right and all that stuff, but they just kind of run that zone read up the middle. Jace Hodges is one of those running backs. They also have Ryan Erickson in there at running back from time to time. Hodges is to the left of Oviatt now. They've got 1 tight end near side, then trips to the far side. Turn, handoff, first time by a running back. Hodges, big hole, and then he is stroked. Just stroked. That's the quarterback hitting you. That's always a good thing. When the quarterback for the other team can come in and just drop you. It's a gain of 6, 7 on the play, just enough for a 1st down. We don't have a sponsor for our big hit of the game, but if we did, it'd be probably going right now. You can give that to it's like if you can give a good hands award to an offensive lineman on a catch, like Eric Fisher or something like that, you give it. If you can give a big hit award to a quarterback, you do it. And, boy, that was a good one. Flip it out here to Hodges once again. Still coherent after that hit by Williams, but he'll run a gain of about 3 yards on a little pitch and catch out to Hodges. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 7. Good entertainment from the Panther Marching Band. Had a nice rendition of the national anthem earlier as well. Rogers in there at fullback, Stanchfield at D-tackle, and then Bassett and Carr, that front 4. Watch those big fellas up front go to work. Oviatt fakes the jet sweep. He's going to keep it, and there's all 4 of those guys. Boy, on cue. I mentioned them, and they literally all 4 were at the ball carrier at the same time. Stanchfield leading the charge. And, man, that couldn't have worked out any better. Those guys making that play right there. And it's going to be a loss of 2 on the play to bring up a 3rd down and 9. Third down and 9 here for the Red Raiders. Just trying to get a 1st down here, try to move the chains, keep alive on this drive. 2 wide receivers far side, 1 to the near side. They'll flip now. An H-back and a tight end to the left side. Everything going left. They'll hand it off. On the end, jet sweep, nothing doing. Good pursuit down the line of scrimmage. And making that play is Fletcher Audie. from that linebacker spot, and that looked like it was going to be a good run on the sweep to Johnson. Hagan Johnson, one of the leading carriers on this team, a sophomore, but it's not much there. It's just a run of a couple, and it will bring up Coach really liked number 6, said he was a good route runner as well, but not that time he only gains 1 yard. It's a punt. First punt of the ball game. As Sloan's back to receive for, and they jump off sides through the Panthers. Aren't going to call it, though. Low snap, nearly getting there. It's going to be take a bounce and a good Red Raider roll all the way down inside near the 20-yard line. It's going to be about the 22-yard line. So a good punt, flipping the field. One of their better plays, really, so far in the early going of this one. Still 14-0 as Paola will start this drive at their own 21-yard line. 3:08 to play in this opening quarter. Well, now Wamego, who has only seen 2 offensive plays, their defense has only had 2 offensive plays come their way. One of those resulted in a 45-yard touchdown run by Giovanni Blackie. Now they'll make the Panthers work the full length of the field, or most of it, 80 yards. Robinson split to the near side. Carr going to be tight to the far side as a tight end. The fullback, Audie. The tailback is Blackie. Wing near side to Pitzer. Turn, handoff. Giovanni Blackie again, breaking off one would-be tackler, and then a late hit comes in real late. I don't know if he was blocked into him or what. Somebody piled it on there at the end. Surprised I didn't see a flag come out of that one. It's still a good run of about 6 yards on the carry by Giovanni Blackie. And now somebody jumping off sides. Hard count from Williams is going to get the defense off sides, and so a free 5 after the offsides penalty. They've used that hard count, I bet you, 7 or 8 times, and it's worked almost every one of those times. And the good thing is, very rarely, and I don't think ever has it made the offense jump off sides. A lot of times you'll see teams come up, and they will do that, and then they will jump off sides themselves. I don't know if I've seen that this year yet from Paola. Just one man in the backfield is Audie. They'll send Blackie in motion. Audie, good cut in the backfield. It was, I think, meant to go a little bit wider than that, but his eyes to the inside saw a good hole and took it. And it's a nice carry of about 6 yards on the carry by Fletcher Audie. And it will bring up a 2nd down and 4. Williams, turn handoff. It was hit and stopped immediately. The nice pursuit, or nice play up front for Wamego. Probably their best defensive play so far, as they made immediate contact. They were lucky to get one as it was contact at the mesh point. Williams had his hand in the belly of Audie as they tried to make that handoff, and it ended up nearly being a loss. They do lucky to get 1 yard. It brings up a 3rd down and long 2. First 3rd down of the ball game for the Panthers. Turn, handoff. They're not going to get it. And nearly a fumble as the big dude comes in the middle. We saw this guy. He was their captain as well. Went out there. 72, Alex Stutzman. About 274 pounds of that meat in there, and not much. In fact, a loss on the play of 1 yard. We'll say no gain. No gain on the play to bring up a 4th down. Remember, Garrett Williams is the punter, who's also the quarterback, and he's got a successful fake punt. Not going to have it this time, as it will hit the line and then take a nice Panther roll all the way down around the 20-yard line. So after a lot of fireworks in the first couple of drives, both teams exchange punts. And with 31 seconds to play in this first quarter, Wamego's going to get it back as they'll start at their own 18-yard line with 31 seconds to play in the first. The way this thing started, it could have got a lot worse for Wamego. And so Oviatt, empty backfield. Now he'll flip those two, 40 and 41, from right to left. Now he'll send Hagan in motion, hand it to him. Hagan trying to find that hole. He does. He turns that early, and it's a good run on first down, a gain of 12 on the run by Hagan. That's a nice little play because it looks like it's going to go wide, and he kind of bends that curve quickly and hits the hole. It's just a matter of where the offense is going to make the hole, and I'm sure it's part of the play call. I'm not familiar with a spread philosophy or a lot of jet sweep stuff. It's not something I grew up playing, and zone blocking and all that stuff is not my forte. I've seen a lot of it at the college level, but it's got its nice nuances and can be successful if done correctly. And that's the best play they've had all game. And that's the end of the first quarter. Well, a good one to end it on after a rough start to this one. 2 interceptions in the ball game for the Red Raiders. Panthers lead it by 2 scores. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Panther football on Paola Sports Live. Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com. 14-0 after 1. Time for our Chamber Connection, brought to you by the Paola Chamber of Commerce. Paola Chamber is also always working to promote businesses in Paola and the surrounding area. The Paola Chamber reminds you to shop local first. Holiday season, believe it or not, fast approaching. Be sure you check out your local shops before you go anywhere else. To learn more about the Paola Chamber, call 913-294-4336 or visit paolachamber.org. Oviatt back in that pistol set, coming off one of their best plays of the ball game. Flings one out for Hagan. It falls incomplete. And it will bring up a 2nd down and 10. We'll take a look around the area at some scores, whoever else is still playing. Earlier tonight, we have our Tonganoxie Sports Live channel, and they were getting ready to host Kansas City Piper. Piper calls and has to cancel out. They're trying to get one remade, maybe even for tomorrow. They're trying to figure that one out, but they get postponed. Spring Hill's been put on quarantine for 14 days. That started earlier this week. And so it begins, or it's begun already for a few teams. Oviatt, we're still playing though. Takes one step up, trying to scramble, and with a block on him. That's not going to get recorded anywhere as far as a tackle for Bassett, but he was the main instigator in that from that DN spot. In fact, got a hand on Oviatt. It's a loss of 1 on the play. And boy, the thing about Wamego, they ask a lot of that sophomore quarterback. I mean, it runs through him, and that's a tough spot to be for a youngster. £175 is what they have him listed at. I would be shocked if he's 175 pounds. He was pretty tall, though. I'd probably say he's at least 6 foot tall, maybe 6'1". So he's got the tools. And there's a timeout going to be called by Wamego. We'll keep it right here. We'll talk about some of those area matchups. Find where I put them in here. Coach. Good look, Coach Dumpert. Coaching. That's what coaching looks like. Mason Linwood's 1-3. They're at Shawnee Heights tonight. KC Piper, I mentioned, was supposed to play at number 3 Tonganoxie, but that's been, at least for the time being, postponed. Bonner Springs at Ottawa, the decider of who's at the bottom of the Frontier League. Bonner Springs is 0-4, Ottawa 1-3. Although I think the Ottawa win was not against a Frontier League opponent. And so if I've seen both those teams play, saw Bonner Springs play game 1. I'm going to say Bonner Springs probably has the upper hand in that one. Number 1 4A team, Bishop Miege, 0-2, but still number 1, is at number 5 St. James Academy, who's 2-1. That's a good matchup. That wide receiver near side is taking off a little early. Pressure coming. Oviatt gets a handful of nearly another interception. Garrett Williams looks at his hands like it's their fault, and it falls incomplete. I think Garrett was thinking about scoring maybe on that one, as it was right down the barrel at him. Again, Oviatt with a ton of pressure in his face. And it falls incomplete. They had a run of 12 yards on first down and then incomplete, lost one, and then incomplete again. And now they will punt. That Panther defense getting strong. Now here's the punt. Not a great one. It'll be decent field position for the Panthers. It does get a good roll as it rolls inside. The punter is number 5, Brady Henderson. And so Paola will take over here. They had to punt on the last drive. I'm sure they want to trying to go in again offensively. This would be a good time to do it, as they'll start at their own 33-yard line. 10:51 to play in this opening half. First down and 10. See what the Panther offense can do trying to bounce back from that last drive. They have not had very many open frames, drives in which they did not score. Haven't had many of those this season. I mean, they've literally been very efficient offensively. Williams turn handoff. There's that big dude again, I think. Nope, coming in and making that play, number 21, James Durachi. And Blackie, not much there. In fact, nothing there. May have even lost a yard. They're going to let him say he got back to the original line of scrimmage. So far, been pretty impressed with the run defense. Obviously, they gave up that one touchdown run. It was right up the middle by Blackie. He had a 45-yarder to score. First score of the game was an interception return for a touchdown by Jack Earlywine. Second down and 10. Fullbacks Audie, tailbacks Blackie. Williams going to pass here. Throws it up for the homecoming king. Robinson pulls it down. Down the sideline he goes. It's going to be a good night for Robinson. He's had a dandy already, and he'll add a touchdown to his evening as he will add a 66-yard touchdown pitch and catch to his night. Robinson, 66-67, actually. They were at the 33. A 67-yard touchdown pitch and catch on the second play of that drive from Garrett Williams to Bo Robinson. And they've added to the lead, try to keep it going to the point after here. Snaps back, holds down, kick is on its way. It's good. And it's 21-0, 10:19 to play in the first half. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Panther football on Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawling.
Question: what will you find on all over-the-counter or OTC medicine packages to help you choose the right drug and use it safely? The answer: the drug facts label. This label lists the medicine's active ingredients and purpose, how much to take, and warnings you should know before using it. Remember, even OTC medicines you buy without a prescription can cause side effects you don't want. So follow the information listed on the drug facts label. For more information, visit fda.gov/drug facts label. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
A very nice throw by Garrett Williams down the sidelines and hit Bo Robinson in stride. He had to break away from the defender, who was pretty close contact to him, and got a hand on Robinson as he made the catch, but ripped away from him and then outran him down the sidelines. A 67-yard touchdown. And the point after attempt's good. 21-0 is your score. And Audie going to tee it up to kick it away here for the Panthers. We've seen glimpses of Wamego's offense and why they would be tough for some of those teams they've already played. And they're going to try a little trickery. And that's a forward pass. It goes out of bounds. Flag's down. I'm not sure what the penalty is. That one I don't know. I'm sure. Is it illegal to throw a forward pass on a special teams? I'm guessing it is. Do you know that one?
I would believe so.
It's illegal. It's an illegal forward pass, is what it is. I've not seen that. That wasn't very well executed. if that was called, and it's gone from bad to worse for Wamego as they will back them up here as they'll start at their own. I get it. You're trying to make something happen and trying to just get some momentum going, but that backs you up now to the 14-yard line, so you got a long way to go against what's been a very good defense. And now they're going to spread it open again. Nobody in the backfield with Oviatt. A tight end far side, wide receiver far side, then two to the near side. Straight drop, 2 seconds, lets it fly, throws it up. He's got his man. Nope, intercepted. Intercepted on the far side. Good return it comes. Up the field and brought down. It is Nick Walker pulling that one out of the air. He gives a little shout to the football gods as he comes up with that one. And a good return all the way up near the 35-yard line. So Nick Walker, third interception of the first half for Wamego. And they're going to have very good field position at their Wamego 34-yard line. Turn, handoff, up the middle. Pitzer going to drag defenders. He is a strong fellow as he goes across the 30 up near the 29-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 5 on just a hard-nosed run by Brock Pitzer. He's been a nice part offensively and defensively for Paola. One of the youngsters that gets an opportunity. Or no, he's a senior, excuse me. But, boy, he just one of those utility players. Put him at wing, put him at fullback, and a 5-yard carry. Turn, handoff, pitch it now to Black. He's got the edge at the 25, down the sidelines, rumbles forward across. And that's going to be a nice gain of about 17 yards on the run. And trying to stop the clock. 17-yard run there by Giovanni Blackie as he is up near the 12-yard line. And they are knocking on the door. First red zone opportunity of the ball game. They've already got they lead by 3 scores. Doing it from all over the place. Defensively, through the air, through the ground. And now here they go, hard count. They do not jump all the way off sides. And so it's first down and 10 from the 12-yard line. Trying to wind some clock now inside the 9-minute mark here in this second quarter. Williams, turn, handoff, Blackie. Going to be caught this time. Good tackle, Erickson, as Ryan Erickson makes the play. Not much there, maybe a yard they give him on the play. Giovanni Blackie already has a 45-yard touchdown run in this ball game on the second play of the game offensively for Paola. Now they'll flip Robinson from left to right. Panthers in no hurry. 13 seconds on the play clock. You can see it there, top of your screen. Now he'll settle under. Going to pass, rolling, looking downfield. Robinson threw his hand up. I don't think he was going to be open. That's the difference between a sophomore quarterback and a senior quarterback. Garrett Williams saw that it was not a high percentage throw to either of those receivers that was out there. Brock Pitzer was one, Robinson was the other. It was just kind of double flags there as they were both going to the corners. Just one was about 5 yards downfield. The other one was the back of the end zone, and he just ate it and actually took a loss on the play, a loss of 1 on the play, but it was safer than an interception. Now third down and 10. Try that hard count. A lot of pressure being shown there. Riley Eveland and Erickson. They're going to turn handoff. Giovanni Blackie's got the first down and more. Touchdown, Panthers! As it was just a barrel into the end zone. Nobody really made much contact with him until he was almost there. Good block on the near side. Pitzer along with Audie. You get those two fellows out blocking for you. And it's a 12-yard touchdown run by Giovanni Blackie. Here with 7:57 to play in this second quarter. And a point after attempt will make it a 28-0 game. And it is good. 28-0 in the second quarter. Change that. The Panthers all over the Red Raiders. We're back at 30. You're watching Panther football on Paola Sports Line.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health. The All of Us Research Program is calling on 1 million people to join us as we try to change the future of health. For your family, for future generations, for all of us. Visit joinallofus.org and find out how you can become 1 in a million.
I wonder what the Red Raiders expected coming into this one. Obviously, they had to have known Paola was pretty good, but did they know it was going to kind of go like this? And they're getting them, like I said earlier, in the running game. Defensively, they've got a touchdown. They've got a big touchdown through the air of 67 yards to Bo Robinson. And now special teams not doing so good for Wamego either. That black swarm will close in a hurry. Instead, they're going to get a nice little break and get a big run. And it will be a carry up near the 45-yard line on the return for number 42, Taylor Beck. Sometimes you'll see on special teams, on kickoff coverage especially, when the ball, it's designed to kick to where your tackle is going to be around the 25-yard line, 25-yard line. But you can see when it takes a little bit of time, your coverage over-pursues that line, and then if you can get through one time when you pick it up and get through that initial wave, there's nobody else left there. And so sometimes a miscue on special teams, you'll see on kickoff coverage, where a miscue on the return team will end up being a big play, and that's what we just saw all the way up to the 44-yard line. Is where they'll start. Oviatt with a running back to his right. He'll send Hagan in motion. Now they'll call a penalty. I think it's going to be a timeout. Timeout by the Red Raiders. We'll keep it right here. Take a look at our upcoming schedule, where we are at the bottom of that left-hand corner right now as Wamego is making the trip here. Coming up next week, fingers crossed, Piper gets to come to town. And if not sure what that's going to happen with the Piper-Tonganoxie game. I've got reports that it might get rescheduled for even tomorrow. If they do play, that's a big matchup. Piper's getting some votes in the Class 4A ranks. Tonganoxie's ranked number 3 right now. But if Piper's able to win that, coming in here next week, gives them an opportunity to possibly get a piece of that Frontier League title if they can get a win here at Paola and they can beat Tonganoxie. That is a big ask. Handoff Hagan on that end around, trying to get across the corner. He can't. Pushed initially kind of off his trajectory by Jake Carr, I believe, or Garrett Williams, rather, was back there to knock him off his trajectory. And then Audie makes the tackle. It's no gain on the play. On the carry by Hagan. And it'll bring up a second down and 10. 7:21 to go first half, 28-0. All Panthers in this one. Erickson, I believe, to the right, or maybe Hodges to the right. He'll send Hagan in motion. They'll hand a counter back against the grain. And Brackner was the first guy to kind of make contact. Jake Carr helps out along with Audie. That's the good play there. If you heard our pregame show and our chat with Coach Dumpert, he talked about eye discipline. Don't let all the stuff happening in the backfield fool you into going and making a misstep, because a lot of times when that action's going away and you make that one step that way, when it comes back your way, you're off balance. You'll never make that play. They almost got one there, but they do make a nice job, and I think Brackner getting a piece of him allowed that to only be a 4-yard gain and bring up a 3rd down and 6. Straight drop, lets it fly. He's got his man thrown off the mark. Not a very well thrown ball. A little bit behind it, the intended receiver, Jacob Johnson. And it falls incomplete. Now 4th down. What do you do? If you are Wamego, you need something to happen. But I think you punt it. And this is enough time, certainly, for Paola to put together a nice drive. Sloan's going to go back to return it. The punter again is Brady Henderson. Number 5 will stand around the 30-yard line. Sloan's just inside the 20.
Number 16, Ryan Sloan.
Snaps back. No real rush. Kind of off the foot. Kind of a funky roll to that one. It's going to go dead around the 26 27-yard line. So another punt by Wamego will allow Paola to start at their own 27-yard line. Here with 6:15 to play in this first half. And Paola struck first with an interception return for a touchdown by Jack Earlywine. Then a 45-yard touchdown run by Giovanni Blackie put him up by 2 scores. 67-yard touchdown run, or touchdown pitch and catch from Garrett Williams to Bo Robinson. And then a 12-yard plunge by Blackie gives you your total where you're at right now, 28-0. Williams under center. Going to roll, play action, near side, flings it out for Pitzer. In the open field across the 35 rather, up near the 36, 37, maybe up to the 38-yard line. That's 11-yard pitch and catch to Pitzer. And he's been a leading receiver on receptions. That one by Robinson might give him more yards, but Pitzer has been a favorite target of Garrett Williams. Giovanni Blackie's, this is a funky formation here. Everybody to the left side there. Toss sweep to Audie. Trying to pick his way. He does. Got to make one guy miss. Still on his feet. Rumbles forward. It's a gain of 14, maybe 15 yards on first down and 10. And down to the 47-yard line inside Wamego territory. That's basically student body right is what that is. A toss sweep, simple one, get everybody to the near side. Now they'll balance things out a little bit. Blackie's a wing, Pitzer a wing. Robinson the split out to the far side. Tailback is Audie, this time the fullback. Showing blitz, they bring it right past him. No, that's a good blitz call. And Williams kind of stuck it out there and then ran right into that blitz. Good tackle there. Coming up and filling is Ariston Gamino. And it will bring up just a 1-yard gain on the run by Williams. Second down and 9. Same formation, kind of overload near side. Toss it, same play they had a minute ago. Audie, and he's going to not be able to break free. Good pursuit down the line. And a good tackle there by Riley Eveland. It's going to be a gain of about 3, maybe 4 yards on the run by Audie. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 6. At the 43-yard line. That same formation. Carr split way out here with his hand on the ground. He's kind of about 4 yards, maybe 3 yards outside of the tackle box, but he's got his hand on the ground. Blackie just behind him. I guess you guys can see it. It is TV. Turn, just wing it, little slant route to Robinson. A good catch for Bo Robinson. About 11-yard pitch and catch. And it'll move the chains. Approaching the 4-minute mark of this first half, second quarter. First down and 10 from the 32. That was a nice little play, just pop and throw it. Robinson made a catch and held on after contact. Going to run it again, play action. Williams, just let it fly, bud. You got to just make that one, just throw it out of bounds. Garrett's got to make that decision a little bit sooner. When things start to break out, you run out of field. I know he's a gamer. He wants to make a big play, but that's a big loss on first down and 10. Well, he could have just thrown it out the back or thrown it out of bounds here. Loss of 7 on the play. 6. And not like they can't overcome it. This offense has been clicking pretty good. Blackie in the slot to the far side. Keeper by Williams. Finds his hole. Now he'll make a play. Across the 30, across the 25. 20 down the sidelines. He's got some scoots at the 10. 5, touchdown. He just wanted to back up so his touchdown run was bigger. How about a 38-yard touchdown run by Garrett Williams? And he gets a score on the ground here. I think he was padding his stats. 38-yard run. Garrett Williams. And Hyde to come on to kick the point after. He is 4 for 4. And that will stop right there as it's blocked. That was low. Not sure if that was mishandled or what, but it will stop right there. 34-0 though is your score. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Panther football on Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is the area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you place that faulty trimmer or mower, bring it to Hers and let their experts get you back to work. Hers also takes care of hydraulic hoses, cylinder reseal, and mechanical control cables, such as push-pull, brake, throttle, and more. Plus, they carry quality equipment like Bobcat mowers, Steiner tractors, grass trimmers, and more. Hers is even a UPS drop-off station. To learn more,
Come and visit us at hersinc.net.
Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
Panthers go 7 plays, 73 yards, capped off on a 38-yard touchdown run by quarterback Garrett Williams. Took 3 minutes and 17 seconds off the clock. And they lead by 34 here at home on homecoming. Big play on that one was a 11-yard pitch and catch from Williams to Robinson. Also had a 15-yard run by Adi, a 11-yard catch by Pitzer, mixing things up. And the quarterback punches it in. Adi going to kick it away. Not sure what the delay is here. Still don't know. Panthers have to take a timeout on the kickoff after that one. Huh. I was going through that fall schedule. Well, our next volleyball contest will be October 13th at Spring Hill. We'll do a road duel with the Broncos. And then boys soccer on Thursday, October 15th, again at Spring Hill. And then football at Eudora. Luckily, our Lewisburg Sports Live channel got to go to Eudora and figured out that the internet's not great over there. So we'll now we know. Canary in the coal mine. Well, now we'll kick it away. Erickson back to return, along with Hagan, I believe. Yep. Standing at about the 15-yard line. Audie's put one through the back of the end zone earlier already. He'll try to get a good foot into this one. Hagan's going to field it, though, coming at it at the 15-yard line. Far side return, and he's going to be hit and brought down. Good open field tackle there. Jake Carr coming down and leading the charge there, boys. A good player, motor guy for this team as well. High energy. And so Wamego will start this drive at their own 26-yard line. 2:52 to go in the second quarter. Oviatt. Hodges to his left. He'll get it. Hodges on the far side trying to spin off in the backfield. Just the line of scrimmage being dominated right now up front by the big fellas. Stanchfield standing people up. He wasn't in on the play. Carr is in on it on that far side. Also coming out, Nick Walker from that corner spot making a play. Isaac Brackner over there. Bassett on that far side as well. Just a host of guys. It's a loss on the carry by Hodges. And bring up a second down and 11 here for the Red Raiders. Wide receiver near side, one to the far side. He'll turn, handoff. Hodges, he is gobbled up by the big fella. Carter Stanchfield coming down and making that one. That was a very nice play from that D tackle spot as he held his ground. It's just going to be a run of 2 yards. It was going to be a hole there, too. I think if he doesn't make that, it's probably a first down run, but Stanfield popped out of there from nowhere and made that play. That front four is dominant. That starting four, and then they can sprinkle some guys in there as well. But those 4 dudes up front, good luck. Straight drop Oviatt, lets it fly, trying on a number, and boy, Isaac Myers pops his eyes up. He might be going the other way with that one, intended for Jacob Johnson. I actually feel very impressed by this secondary. The edges, these guys, these corners, Walker, along with Myers, have done a nice job on the edge to not let anything happen big. That was going to be enough for a first down, but he fights through there, and now a punt forthcoming. Henderson to kick it away to Sloan, who stands inside or just beyond the 40-yard line. Henderson get a boot into one. That is a knuckler as that hits, and it's going to roll down inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line. That's where Paola will start on what will be a drive with 1:19. Boy, he probably put out that 34-0 isn't already a pretty big hole for them to get out of, but you might be able to put a nail in the coffin here in this first half if you can punch one in here with 1:18 to play. And while the offense has been clicking, I've been most impressed by the Paola defense, their ability to just kind of stop Wamego from doing anything. 3 men in the backfield. Williams going to turn, hand it off to Giovanni Blackie. He'll be stood up and wrestled down. Not much there. Ryan Erickson, feisty little player, number 11 out there for them, has been a good one. They hustle up as we get close to the 1 minute mark. Not much there, a gain of 1. We'll look to those wristbands. 2 wide receivers near side. Wing to the far side is Giovanni Blackie. Fullback is Audie. They're going to 1 receiver. Robinson goes up for it, makes the catch, breaks 1 tackle. Can he break another? No, he just tripped up at the 20-yard line. It's a 41. They go at the 40, right at 40-yard pitch and catch to Robinson. And again, he is having himself a night. Homecoming king. He's got a 67-yard touchdown catch already. How about a 41? Not a touchdown. Toss sweep near side. Blackie breaks 1 tackle, runs into Audie. And it's going to be a timeout from Paola. As he's going to run forward for a gain of about 5, maybe long 4. Paola's got, or Wamego's got a plan for Fletcher Audie, though, I've seen. They've kind of taken number 32, Riley Evelyn, who those two are built about the same. And when it comes inside, Evelyn just runs right at Audie and kind of takes him head on like more of a blocker, which he is a blocker out there, and just drives him back into the runner. So we've seen that at times where typically Audie's clearing space. I think Evelyn's job is maybe not necessarily to try to make the tackle, but to go right at Audie and cause some disruption in that. Again, some matchups we'll talk about at halftime. Bishop Miege is at St. James Academy. That's a big one. Lewisburg's at Eudora. DeSoto had their game with Spring Hill canceled, and so they had to go pick one up, and they got a good one. That's a good matchup as they're going to take on McPherson and host McPherson. McPherson, the number 3 ranked team in Class 4A. Really, it's everybody on the east and then McPherson on the west right now. I'm sure some other teams out there, Andale and some others, might have something to say about that. But DeSoto at 3-1, and that one loss was to a very good Mill Valley team who is surprisingly 2-2, but they have played a brutal schedule and opened up the season with a win against Derby. And then Fort Scott, I picked them because they're a 4A team that we have to see in the playoffs. They're 2-0 against Labette County. Williams throwing, and popped in front. That was almost triple coverage. That's probably an ill-advised pass to Robinson and knocked out of there by Isaac Myers. Isaac Meyer on their team is number 10. Isaac Myers is number 2 on Paola's team. I love stuff like that. It was intended for Robinson. It's going to fall incomplete. It was a penalty after the fact, though. Or a penalty is on Wamego, and so they will mark that off and put them inside the 10-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal. Boy, and you make a stop and then you have a mistake like that. Late in a half. Turn. Nope. Kick it to Blackie, and he is stroked. And the Panthers will probably have to call another timeout. I think that's the guy I mentioned earlier, Erickson, along with the other guy I mentioned, Evelyn. And so a timeout. We'll take it. We're back at 30. You're watching. No, we'll just keep it right here. Psych. Faked you out, didn't I? We'll just keep it here as we're about to the halftime break. Get interesting. I talked to Coach, if you missed our pregame, about how did Wamego get on the schedule. They had a 4-year deal with Fort Scott that expired, and then a 4-year deal before that with Pittsburgh. And so just trying to find that extra person, extra team in that conference schedule that is a non-conference opponent but a good one, and had to go hunting a little bit. When you've been as dominant as Paola has over the last couple decades, it's hard to find people that want to come play. And Wamego probably regretting a little bit, but boy, they're getting a chance to see a really good football team and test their skills against probably one of the better teams they will see all year here tonight and on the road to boot. 24 seconds. Paola with one more timeout remaining, I believe. No, actually they don't. I don't think they have any more timeouts. Williams lets it fly. He's got his man Pitzer. He's going out of bounds. It's going to be a catch, and he stops the clock. It's going to be a gain of about 7. And it'll be 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line. Again, I don't think they have any more timeouts. I don't believe they do. Turn, handoff, Audie pushing forward. The pile trying to go forward. Is forward progress stopped? It is not. Now you got to hustle. 10 seconds. That took so long, it's 4th down. They're going to have to run something. 6 seconds. They're going to get a chance to run one. Now they're trying to push in. Did they get it in there or not? The officials are going to have to sort this one out. The clock stopped with .1. And now the officials waiting for those hands to come up from the Zebras. No, they don't get in. It's Wamego football. And I tell you what, this is what's going to be lost here. Go back to the timeout they had to take on the kickoff. Remember they took that timeout? How bad would they like to have it right there where they could have stopped the clock? Instead, they have to take a timeout there, then 2 on that drive, and with .1 seconds, Wamego is going to get the football, I believe. And I don't know if they're just going to let it wind. I don't think they can run another play with .1 or what. It says .1 on the clock.
I don't think you can run a play with .1.
Well, sure you can.
Well, no, I don't think. Maybe that was just
I guess that's it. Okay. Boy, what a stop. I mean, let's talk about some momentum going into the locker room from Wamego, as they're not going to get it into the end zone. And it will be a turnover on downs officially on the score clock. The only time they don't really score with the football, well, they had a punt earlier, I guess, didn't they? And so, but that's a momentum booster perhaps for Wamego going into the locker room. We'll step away, take a quick break. We'll come back and talk about this one, that performance from the band as well when we return. You're watching Paola Panther football in your home for the Panthers, Paola Sports Live.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast. Affordable with plans starting at just $34.95. No throttling, no tricks. More upload speed and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit GoBrawley.com. Go Brawley. It just works.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast. Affordable with plans starting at just $34.95. No throttling, no tricks. More upload speed and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit gobrawley.com. Go Brawley, it just works.
Miami County Dance Movement is a place to inspire kids. Miami County Dance Movement is one big family with loving teachers. Miami County Dance Movement is where I'm learning to be flexible in dance and my life. Miami County Dance Movement is so amazing because everybody is so loving and kind. Miami County Dance Movement is like a second family to me.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
So, what is love?
Love is being independent. Love is dancing. At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. Learn how you can send your love to the rescue at lovetotherescue.org.
Entertainment here from the Paola Panther cheer squad. Dance team performed a minute ago. I apologize. We get requests all the time to broadcast these in their entirety, and we do the band, but dance teams, because of the music that they use in their performances, YouTube won't let you do it. It'll flag your channel and then can pull us off the air as well. So it's a weird little loophole, but it's something we can't do. But band, because of the performances they do, I've never had that happen in showing the band performances. So apologize to those parents for dance and cheers. Both very good routines, by the way, from both of them. But we aren't able to do that for your dance and cheer squads. But apologize. Here at halftime, 34-0. The Panthers do lead the Wamego Red Raiders here at the break. Lots to get to. We've got your halftime stats coming up in just a little bit where we recap that first half as well and let you know kind of how we got to where we are. Also, try to take a look at some area scores as well. All that and more still to come here on the halftime show. Right now, we will turn it over to the public address announcer and to the Paola Panther marching band here at halftime. The Panthers lead at 34-0 over Wamego.
Tonight, the band will perform the first of three selections of their 2020 field show, 80s, We Have the Beats. We begin with Cameo's 1986 smash R&B hit, Word Up, followed by Paula Abdul's #1 chart topper from 1989, Cold Hearted. And they'll conclude tonight's show with the 1982 title track from the best-selling album of all time, Michael Jackson's Thriller. Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Paola Marching Panthers. We will see you next time for more R&B Jam.
There you go. There's your performance by the Paola Panther Marching Band here at halftime. BJ Harris along with you, along with McCain Carbajo, as we are at the break in this one. Nice long performance there from the band. Let's recap that first half real quick for you. First up, Wamego would start this game with the football as they started their own 27-yard lines to get things going, but 6 plays into it, an interception by Jack Earlywine for the Panthers. He returned it 55 yards, 55-plus yards back to the house, and the first score of the game would be an interception return for a score. Pick 6, PAT was good, made it 7-0. Wamego would start again. They would start at the Paola 49-yard line. Very good field position with 9:13 to play in the second quarter, but 3 plays into this drive, an interception again by Earlywine. That's a pretty good start defensively. A pick 6 and another interception for Jack Earlywine. And then Paola would get it at the Wamego 46-yard line. Their first offensive possession, already up by 7. And 2 plays into it, a 45-yard touchdown run by Giovanni Blackie. Made it 46-yard drive, but a 45-yard run. 6:47 to play in the first quarter. It was 14-0. Wamego would start at their own 20. They'd have to punt. Paola would be forced to punt on that their ensuing drive. So a little bit of a stalemate as we go into the second quarter. Wamego would start at their own 18-yard line. They'd have to punt it away. Then Paola would get it at their own 33-yard line with 10:51 to play. 2 plays later, Garrett Williams strikes to Bo Robinson for a 67-yard touchdown pitch and catch. 10:19 to play in the first half. It was 21-0. Wamego would start at their own 14-yard line. First play, an interception by Nick Walker. It would be the 3rd INT of the first half for the Red Raiders. Panthers would make quick work as they would have at the Wamego 34-yard line. 5 plays into it, a 12-yard touchdown run, the second of the game for Giovanni Blackie with 7:57 to play in the first half. Made it 28-0. Wamego would get it. They'd have to punt. Panthers would get it. And they would start at their own 27-yard line, one of their longest, most sustained drives of the first half, as they would go 7 plays, 73 yards, capped off on a 38-yard touchdown run from Garrett Williams. Took 3:17 off the clock with 2:58 to play in the first half. It was 34-0. Wamego would get it back, 3 and out, punt it away. Paola would get it at their own 38-yard line. They would have a 40-yard pitch and catch from Garrett Williams to Bo Robinson, who's having his best game of his career. And then they would get a couple of chunk plays, an incomplete pass They would get it up, and they would be running out of time. They have 2 timeouts they have to take on that drive. They only had 2 timeouts. They needed 3 because they got it, ran a play, couldn't get in the end zone, hustled back to the line of scrimmage, ran another one right before the buzzer would have gone off, and fell short of the goal line and turn it over on downs. That's how we ended the first half. Score right now at the break, as you see it, 34-0. Some halftime stats to send your way. Again, very thankful to Mr. Hermrich and his donation of the statistics. How about Garrett Williams' first half numbers? About 5 of 5, 135 yards, and 1 touchdown. It's pretty good numbers. Giovanni Blackie, 9 carries, 82 yards, and 2 scores. Garrett Williams has 4 carries for 39 yards and a score. Bo Robinson, again, I mentioned having himself a night. 3 catches, 119 yards, and a touchdown. On the other side of things, Hayden Oviatt for Wamego, 3 of 11 passing, 16 yards. On the ground, he's got 7 carries for a total of 11 yards. Right now, Paola leads at 9 first downs to just 4 for Wamego. Paola has 129 yards through the air, while Wamego only has 16. And then on the rushing category, it's passing. I'm not seeing the rushing numbers. I might have missed those, but it's not good. It's not good for Wamego. That defense for Paola has been very good, and right now it's a 34-0 lead as they come back on the field, get ready to go in this one. Still got a little bit of time left on that mandatory 3-minute clock. Let's see if the officials hold them to it. I was going to take a break, but they're about you see a minute 7 right now left in this 3-minute warm-up. Typically they make them do that. Some scores pass along to you. Baser Linwood leading Shawnee Heights 27-10 at the halftime break. Bonner Springs, I called it. I said Bonner I thought was a better team over Ottawa, even though it's 0-4 Bonner and 1-3 Ottawa. 31-7 Bonner at the half. Lewisburg and Eudora were knotted up in the second quarter 8-8. DeSoto, I mentioned, they picked up that game against number 3 4A team McPherson. DeSoto right now in the second quarter 21-14, our latest update in that game. Fort Scott 6-0 right now at half over Labette County. It's not glaring numbers there for Fort Scott. And as I said, they're going to make them do that 1 minute or 3-minute mandatory warm-up before they'll let them kick it off. Dominant first half for Paola. Hopefully back in action next Friday. Casey Piper dealing with some possible COVID issues. Had to cancel tonight with Tonganoxie. They're hoping to make that up tomorrow. I think they were waiting on test results. If those come back negative, hopefully they'll get to play tomorrow, which means they will be more likely to play next Friday here against what will be a very good Frontier League matchup with Kansas City Piper. But obviously the Paola Panthers want to get out of this one with a positive note, and we'll get things going here in this second half. They will kick it away. And near side return. Be decent field position. Not great for Paola as they will start, but they just need some nice, long, sustained drives. I believe that was Myers on the return. And they will start at the 24-yard line.
First down and 10 from their own 24-yard line.
First and 10 for the Panthers. We'll wait for that call from the sideline. Jake Carr split out on that left side. Williams trying to carry it himself. He breaks one tackle. Should have been one to the backfield. Instead, he ends up getting 9, 10, maybe 11 yards on the carry. That should have been a loss of about 3. But Williams using that wiggle, and he picks up a nice one of about 12 yards on the carry up across the 35 up to the 36-yard line. And a nice carry there from Garrett Williams. Again, they had good penetration to get back there and kind of knock him off his angle, but able to slide off that one would-be tackler and then able to get up the field. Nice job by Williams. 2 wings with Blackie and Pitzer. Wide receiver near side is Carr. Far side Robinson. They'll send Blackie in motion, toss it to him, coming near side. Audie out there in front. Blackie waits for his block, across the 40, breaks off, and just can't quite get out of the reach of the other defender as he comes up there, Eveland. But it's still a nice gain on first down for Giovanni Blackie. And it will be a gain of about 7 yards.
From the 43-yard line.
Williams, toss sweep, far side. Big hole on the far side, a big gain for Giovanni Blackie. As it will be a gain of 14 on the toss, just a simple toss sweep, maybe 13 after they mark the ball down. And it's up to the 44-yard line. Getting it in chunks right now are the Panthers. Williams will settle under center. Turn, handoff. This time the fullback, Audie. Not much there. Nice play, Eveland.
No gain on the play.
First contact was made for them by Take Weber. And no gain on the play. Audie's not used to that. I can tell you that right now. He is a guy who can make things happen in the running game. Not used to being stuffed. Williams will settle under center. Going to run it, fling it outside. He's got Pitzer in the open field, and he'll be brought down across the 30. Nice gain for Pitzer. About 13 yards on that pitch and catch.
Tackled in the secondary by number 9, Garrett Burgess.
I haven't seen the up tempo. From time to time, we'll see Paola going to go in a hurry. They get a can of gain around that point. They'll hustle the line and go. They haven't done really that tonight. I think possibly before because they've got a 34-point lead right now, but we've seen that be a part of their game. 3 men in the backfield. This is going to start. Inverted wishbone with Pitzer and Audie, the fullback, toss to Blackie. You got to feel good about those guys blocking in front of you. He'll pick his way across the 20, up near the 15-yard line. He'll be shy of that up to the 17, but it's another gain of about 13 yards for Giovanni Blackie up to the 17-yard line. We've seen runs of 12, 13, 13, a pitch and catch of 13, another run of 13 yards. Giovanni Blackie on this drive alone, 33 yards rushing on 3 carries. That's 11 yards a carry. I'm pretty good at math. Williams, a holder, quarterback keeper, going to burst off the left side. I heard a groan from the coaching staff next to us that they thought, man, you make that one guy miss, he's walking in the end zone. Just couldn't quite get beyond it, and it will be a modest run comparatively on this drive, just inside the 15 to the 14-yard line, a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7 here for the Panthers. They're going to let some time run down off this clock. Already nearly 4 minutes into this drive. Williams going to pass it. Another play action. Into the flat again for Pitzer. Can he make one guy miss? No, but it's a good catch and pitch up near the 5-yard line. As it will be right at the sticks. It's not going to quite be a first down. It's a gain of 7. And they will plunge forward on a quarterback keeper and get the first down. So on 3rd and short, they punch it just enough to get the first down. Now it's 1st and goal from the 5 on the 10th play of this drive. It started at their own 24-yard line. Again, taking plenty of time off the clock. Going to keep it Williams. Stopped. What a spin move. He hit the B button. Dives forward. He's into the end zone. Touchdown. A highlight run from Garrett Williams. That was going to be stopped to the outside. He put a foot in the ground, gave a little spin into the inside, stuck that football out, and just broke the plane. It's a 5-yard touchdown. You won't see a better 5-yard run than that one right there by Garrett Williams. As a 10-play drive is capped off on that play, and it's 40-0 with 7:19 to play here in the third quarter. Point after was good. And now it's 41. To nothing. Here in the third quarter, 7:19 to play. Again, an 10-play drive. Garrett Williams, his second rushing touchdown of the night. Almost 3. He almost had one the very last play of that first half where he if he could just gotten into the end zone on that quick quarterback sneak, just not really enough time to even get set to run that play to end the first half. And what a drive. It's one of those things. I've been in football locker rooms, and you go into halftime and you're like, hey, we just need to come out and have a nice long sustained drive and take some time off the clock and punch one in. And yeah, it's good plans. Not always executed, but boy, did they ever there. And play, 76-yard drive, capped off on a 10-yard run by Garrett Williams. And now Audi will kick it away for the Panthers. Nice kick by Audi. Boy, he's pinned him deep now. Far side return by Erickson. And he will run into a wall just shy of the 20-yard line. It's going to be up to about the 19-yard line is where they will start. And it'll be first down and 10 from the 19, just shy of that 19-yard mark. Front nose of the football is sitting at the 19-yard line. One wide receiver near side, that's Johnson, going to the far side. Wing far side as well, along with a tight end over there. He'll run away from it with Hodges, and he'll be lucky to get maybe a yard on the play.
Inside handoff goes number 24, Jake Hodges.
They're going to give him 2 on it. Across the 20 up near the 21. It'll bring up a second down and 9. They would just like to think to have a nice positive drive here if you are Wamego. Just try to maybe put together 6 or 7 plays and be successful. They just have not really even gotten that offense. And that jet sweep, spread it open, wide open offense, boy, it can get real dangerous real fast if you get some momentum. They just have never gotten that since the very beginning. Hodges, Jake Carr coming down and making that play, backside D end. It'll be a gain of about 4. Maybe just 3 on it. It'll bring up a third down and 5. This is where if you're Wamego, you got to try to you got to convert here. I know they're trying, but you have to really convert here.
It's third down.
They'll flip those big fellas from right to left. Everybody this way, including Hagan, comes in motion. They fake it. Going to try to keep it Oviatt, and nothing much. Not going to have it as he runs into the grasp of Dylan Miller, who's into the ball game up front for the Panthers. And it's going to bring up a 4th down. Oviatt, I think, got to give that one and just give him a chance to get to the edge. It's a gain of 2. It'll bring up a 4th down and 2. Desperation mode here in this one. Try the hard count. It's not there. They'll try it again. Slap his hands together. And now they'll call timeout. Timeout, we'll take it. We're back at 30. You're watching Panther football on Paola Sports Live.
Are you ready for a new kind of internet? Then it's time for Go Brawley. It just works. Go Brawley is changing what is possible. Reliable and fast. Affordable with plans starting at just $34.95. No throttling, no tricks. More upload speed, and the best service. Just ask our customers. Experience a new kind of internet. For more information, call 913-837-4678 or visit gobrawley.com. Go Brawley, it just works.
41-0. Wamego discussing. I think they go for it here when they come back. I know they were trying to get him to jump off sides, but I think they go ahead and pull the trigger and go for it. Why not? The punt's not going to do you any good now. 41-point hole you've dug yourself into. 5:36 to play here in the third quarter. Nice long sustained drive to get things started for Paola here in the second half, and now trying to get a stop defensively. Trying to force a 3-and-out here. Trying to force a turnover on downs here. Hagan in motion. This time they don't give it to him again. Oviatt going to be tracked down from behind. He's brought down. Head hunting from the backside was Leighton Moore coming down the line of scrimmage. He gets up a little bit hobbled, this 26, but he comes backside and makes the play, does Moore. And it's a turnover on downs. And again, I kind of go back to Oviatt. Maybe it's a called keep, but you didn't get it the last time when you kept it yourself. Maybe let those other guys take the ball and see if they can catch that edge. The middle's not been there, and then they do, and Leighton Moore tracks him down from behind. So a turnover on downs with 5:32 to go here in the third. So Paola with excellent field position at the 28. Quarterback keeper. Trying to lean forward and get a few, maybe 3 or 4 yards on the run.
Tackled inside the 25-yard line, down to maybe the 24.
Maybe a gain of 3. Bring up a second down and 7. As we approach the 5-minute mark of the third quarter. One wide receiver near side, Robinson. 2 big old catches tonight. Touchdown catch as well of 67 yards. He almost had a second, just got tripped up. You see when the play comes in, everybody looks at their wristband at the same time. They are in sync. Toss sweep, near side, Blackie pushes Audie, cuts back against the grain, still on his feet, inside the 10, dragging ball defenders up near the 7-yard line. It's a nice gain. That time of 17, 18 yards on the carry by Giovanni Blackie.
Number 11, Ryan Erickson, saving the touchdown. Now first down, goal to go.
So it's going to be first and goal at the 7. Here for the Panthers. Shutting the door on this one. I probably already have, frankly, but really trying to do it here. Toss sweep near side, Audie trying to get on the board. He will. Waltzes into the end zone. Never touched from 7 yards out. That was very well blocked. If you are the Panthers, very well blocked, and Fletcher Audie gets on the scoreboard. A 7-yard touchdown run by Fletcher Audie. And with 4:14 to play in the third quarter, it has been all Paola in this one. He's up through the uprights, 48-0. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Paola Panther football, presented by Go Brawley.
Miami County Dance Movement is a place to inspire kids. Miami County Dance Movement is one big family with loving teachers. Miami County Dance Movement is where I'm learning to be flexible in dance and my life. Miami County Dance Movement is so amazing because everybody is so loving and kind. Miami County Dance Movement is like a second family to me.
$48-0, your score, 3:42 to play in the third quarter. Running clock has started. That will be 3 out of 5 games that we've had that this year. I have broadcast for 19 seasons, I have not had a running clock in a football game, maybe 3 times on all those games. And here with Paola's dominance right now, it has been in 3 out of 5 games we've had a running clock at some point in the second half. 2 of those games to start the second half. Here's a center return. That's a big gap, and it's going to be finally brought down. Good return by Hagan Johnson. I'm saying give the kid the ball a little bit. That Johnson kid, Coach talked about him in our pregame, number 6 for them, that he scared him a little bit, and he's got some wheels and got some ability, but just hasn't had an opportunity to touch the ball much. As they will start at their own 38-yard line. First and 10 from the 38. Ball kind of right between there. 2 wide receivers near his side. Oviatt running back to his right side. Hodges. Nope, that's Erickson. And he will barrel forward for a couple, maybe 3 or 4 yards. Good dive play there for them. Erickson started out this game as the running back there, and then they put in Hodges for a big portion of it. And he gets 4 on the carry. I always wondered, I just have never been the broadcaster of a real dominant high school football team. With teams have been in the mix at times, but never one that has been this dominant as a run off the right side for another run. Another flag comes in after the play. Helmet came off of Erickson and may have been helped off. It's a gain of 4 on the play to bring up it was going to bring up a 3rd down and 2. Now, I believe it's going to be a penalty against Paola. Not a real definitive indications up here. They call a face mask is what we finally see.
Take the ball across midfield.
And so that face mask penalty is going to move it forward all the way up inside the 40-yard line up to the 38. So Wamego snaps the huddle and goes, oh, man, the ball's way up there. They got to track it down. 17 seconds on the play clock. Oviatt going to keep himself again up the middle. He'll fall forward near the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 3. And it will only give him just 2. Caden Ramey into the ball game. If you heard our pregame, talked to Coach about him a little bit. Some of those younger guys getting some playing time last week at Ottawa and impressed. And Ramey in there right now is one of those guys we talked about. He split out here in this match probably, passing game. A handoff Erickson. He's breaking tackles, and he'll fall forward just shy of the 30-yard line, up maybe the 31, 32. See where they mark that, basically right between the two. Gain of about 3 yards, 4 yards maybe.
Tackle made down the 32-yard line, where it's going to now bring up.
They're going to be 3rd down and 4. Here for the Red Raiders inside 10 seconds. We'll see if they get one off before the end of the 4th quarter. I don't know if they will. Some drama on this one. Nope, not going to happen. That's the end of 3.
End of the 3rd quarter.
Panthers on top 48-0. We're back in 1 minute. You're watching Panther football on Paola Sports Live, presented by Go Brawley. Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com. 48-0 as we head into the 4th quarter of this one. Wamego with the football, trying to convert on a 3rd and 4. Send a man in motion. Oviatt going to keep it himself. Get that ball out there, not real secure, but he will fall forward for a gain of about 3. He needed 4, though, and so it will bring up a 4th and 1. I think Oviatt's going to be a very good player for them. I really do. I think he's got a little bit of that savvy, a little bit of that swagger perhaps, and certainly it looks like he has some physical tools. Now they'll hustle the line of scrimmage, get up under center. They'll get the first down and more. They only needed a yard. They got about 4 on that quarterback sneak. I just don't know if it's quite there yet. Just some of the inexperience. You can tell he's a sophomore. This is just the 5th game of his starting career. And young. And I think he'll eventually get there, and they'll be good for it once that happens. And that Hagan is also a sophomore, so maybe a bit of a youth movement here for this Wamego team. They've graduated quite a few guys last year off a very good team. They had one in the Shrine Bowl, represented Wamego as well. Oviatt picking his way, keeping it to head up and just kind of fighting forward. You'll appreciate this one, Caden. A little bit of a kind of Colin Klein look to things as he just kind of sits back there for a second, finds that hole, and just moves forward as a run of 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 1. This is easily the best drive they've had of the ball game. Again, running clock here in this 4th quarter with the 48-point differential here. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 1. Opportunity to try to get on the board here for the Red Raiders. Oviatt, same play, just kind of quarterback draw. And dives forward. He's got the first down, a gain of about 3. And he has had the last 4 carries. And they move the chains again. Isaac Brackner comes out looking less than spry. Sometimes when they get down here, right now the youngsters, the number 2s are out there. And we've seen Paola in the past, and it kind of gets tenuous like that. They bring the varsity back on there. Handoff near side. Trying to pick his way, Erickson, and he is going to be wrestled down, tracked down, and finally brought down by the big fellow we saw. I said his name earlier, and it's a nice tackle by Dylan Miller. A bunch of guys factored into that, but Miller finished things off. It's going to be just a gain of 1 on the play. Looked like it was going to be good on the carry by Erickson. And they bring up 2nd down and 9. 2 wide receivers far side. Hagan in the slot. Erickson back there. He'll get it. Straight dive. Picking his way through. And finally going to be hit and brought down. Good carry, though, for Erickson, as he will pick up about 4 more yards. And tackle made for Paola by Brody Stewart. 5'10", 195-pound sophomore. Same formation with Erickson in the backfield to the right of Oviatt. They'll do the same play, hand it off to him, being tracked down as he flushed, trying to break out of there, and finally brought down by Brock Pitzer. It's going to be a gain of a couple, but it's going to be short of a first down. It'll bring up a 4th down and short here for the Red Raiders.
It's 4th down.
And officially a gain of 2. It'll bring up a 4th and 2. Inside 8 minutes to go here in the ball game, 48-0. Panthers struck first on an interception return for a touchdown by Jack Earlywine. He had 2 interceptions before we were midway through the first quarter, did Earlywine. Oviatt fakes the hand, now rolls out. Flush, looking. He's got a man wide open in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. That's a nice little play. On a 4th down, they only needed 2. They go to the house for 7. And it's a pitch and catch caught there by number 40, Collier Brummett. Junior tight end catches that one in the back of the end zone for 7 yards. And they're on the board. Point after attempt forthcoming. Snaps back, holds down, kick is up, and it's good. That's one good thing. We see good kicking week in and week out. Well, Wamego's on the board, 48-7 your score. We're back in 30 seconds. You're watching Panther football on Paola Sports Live.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Paola and USD 368. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Paola, call 913-294-2110 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
"48-7 is your score. The Paola Panthers on top of the Wamego Red Raiders. Red Raiders, they'll go 12 plays, 62 yards, capped off on a 7-yard touchdown pitch and catch on 4th down. That drive that started in the 3rd quarter goes all the way past the 7-minute mark of the past the 8-minute mark of the 4th quarter. Again, a running clock didn't help that, but not a bad update from Eudora over there. Lewisburg in front 14-8. In the Frontier League. Well, Paola will want to sit on this one and just get out of here and chalk it up a successful varsity. Giovanni Blackie's going to have to track that one down. Not ideal there. Probably could have got it on the initial bounce, and now he'll return it up near the 20-yard line. And is there a fumble on that far side? No, just a tackle. And so Giovanni Blackie will return it up near the 20-yard line. And that's where Paola will start this drive. Some of the worst field position they've had all night. Garrett Williams will stay in at quarterback. That may be one of the few. Nope, I was wrong there. Actually, it's Jet Osborne, 6'1", 180-pound sophomore quarterback. It's going to be in at quarterback, and he fumbles it promptly. And that's pretty standard. You come in, get some of that first varsity action. I've not seen Osborne back there. A lot of times Sloan will come in first. Sloan's in there, but at wide receiver, I believe. Colin Solano has also been going in and out, running plays in, along with Andy Linder. Linder will bring a play in for the Panthers. And Osborne, the quarterback. Sure that fullback is in there right now. Just try to get a toss sweep out to him. Not much there. It is gobbled up in a hurry. So we're going backwards right now. Are the Panthers. Leighton Moore is in at running back.
Bunker in the float, number 26, Leighton Moore.
And they have gone backwards. It's a loss of about 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 15. If you can make it all the way to where there's a running clock before you have your first real negative plays, then that's pretty good. Panthers last week against Ottawa started the game with a negative play, and then they didn't have any more after that. Osborne under center. Turn, handoff. First guy through for the Panthers is Gus Wright, and Wright not going to have much there. Be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. And a timeout going to be taken by Wamego. This is going to force the Panthers to punt.
The line of scrimmage, tacklers number 32, Riley Evelyn.
The only way you can stop the clock right now is with the timeout. And Wamego trying to get the ball back to maybe at least make this look a little more respectable on the scoreboard. We'll keep it right here on this one. Again, don't forget to join us coming up next Friday, hopefully right back here as the Panthers welcome in Piper for what should be a pretty good Frontier League showdown with the Pirates. Next volleyball match is a week from Tuesday as we travel to Spring Hill. Busy week that week. Volleyball Tuesday, soccer on Thursday, football on Friday, all on the road. Who put this schedule together? That's a bad decision on my part, but that's okay. We're happy to do it. And then that rivalry matchup with Lewisburg here on the 23rd, and then we'll find out who we play in week number 9 when that all gets sorted out. But still a lot to get to. Hopefully everybody stays healthy and we're ready to rock and roll. They're going to be punting it away. They will get one. They bring the house. Williams is going to get a boot on one. It's going to take not much of a bounce, just kind of a undecisive bounce, and Wamego will have it at their own 44-yard line. Here with 2:35 and counting in this one. Might have some Saturday football. I know we have some Saturday football on our network. Gerard, team we cover in Southeast Kansas, is playing Saturday with a team out of Springfield, Missouri in a makeup. Prairie View Buffaloes have to go on quarantine, so that messed up that 3A district competition. Unfortunately, end around, far side. Imagine if they had given that ball a few more times, although imagine if they had to play against the backup defense as well. It probably would have helped them. That's a big run of about 31 yards on the carry on the end around to number 3, Colin Donahue. Donahue, the other quarterback as well, sophomore. He'll have a 31-yard carry there. Again, they're trying to punch one in here, minute 40 to play in the ball game. Fake the end around this time. Oviatt looks out, flips it out to a tight end, and he is gobbled up on that far side. Leighton Moore, I believe, making the tackle. It's a completion. Gain of 3 to bring up a 2nd down and 7. Wamego just wanting to get on the bus with some positive thoughts in their brain as they make that trek back.
Running play takes it forward down to the 20-yard line.
What county is that? Pottawatomie County? It's not Riley County. It's across the river, I think. It's Pottawatomie. I could be wrong. All the Wamego viewers are going to be mad if I'm wrong. They do, and they hosted again, state cross country again, I believe, this year. 3rd down and 2. Straight drop, big drop. Lets it fly, throws it out for his man. It's going to be caught before he can get the 1st down. I believe it's going to be close, but I don't believe he's got it. It'll be 4th down. 30 seconds to play. They might have a chance to run one more play here, maybe move the chains. It's a 1-yard game. 4th down and 1. Could be the final play of this game. 20 seconds on the clock and counting. Under 20. Snap back, turn, handoff. In the backfield, had a chance to end it right there. It's not going to matter. A host of them get there. First guy comes through was Brady Johnson, who makes some contact. And then a host of other guys get in there and make some plays. 57, Cale Murdoch. And that'll do it. And so the final score will be 48-7 as they wrap this one up with the victory. And the Paola Panthers will remain undefeated. They move to 5-0 with another dominant performance here tonight against the Wamego Red Raiders. Make short work in the early going of this one. A pick 6 kind of got things started by Jack Earlywine, and then they put the rest away. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll wrap things up here from Paola. Final score 48-7. Panthers remain unbeaten on the season, and they stay in the top 5, no doubt about it. We're back in 2 minutes. You're watching Panther football on Paola Sports Live.
Had to pick up the phone, call 911 for one of my family members or one of my neighbors. What would I do if no one was on the other end to respond? What if there was no 911? So you can be a part of the solution.
Anybody can be a firefighter. Male, female, younger, older.
We have school teachers. We have leaders in business.
Is me, you, anyone that wants to be.
There is no typical firefighter.
Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics are committed to providing quality health care for area families. With comprehensive solutions, Iron Horse Dental and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics will listen and take the time to truly understand your needs, goals, and lifestyle. State-of-the-art equipment, techniques, and facilities combined with a new approach to oral care. That's what you get with Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry and Dr. Laura's Orthodontics. To learn more, visit them online at drlaurasortho.com or ironhorsedental.com.
So, what is love? Love is being independent. Love is dancing. At Shriners Hospital for Children, love is a new smile.
At Shriners Hospitals for Children, love is caring for a child regardless of the family's ability to pay. Learn how you can send your love to the rescue at lovetotherescue.org.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your local Bobcat mower dealer. Bobcat mowers combine heavy gauge steel with advanced engineering to give you the best cut every time. Simple controls and design make maintenance and service quick and easy. And when you get your Bobcat at Hers, they can complete all service and repairs covered by your warranty. Bobcat mowers are affordable, giving you a commercial grade machine at a residential price. To learn more,
Come and visit us at hersinc.net.
Call Hers at
913-247-3530.
So look at that Panther logo at the center field. We'll be back here again next Friday. Make sure you join us as we welcome in the Kansas City Piper Pirates. Pre-game coverage will start around 6:35, kickoff at 7. As hopefully a chance to seal up the Frontier League next week on the line as the Panthers go to 5-0 on the season, a dominant 48-7 win over Wamego here in this one. Run through briefly again some of the highlights in that first half. Jack Earlywine started things off, an interception on the 6th play of the game. Took it 55-plus yards back to the house. Good blockers out in front of him and scored. And then an interception by Earlywine on the next offensive play for Wamego, on the next offensive drive, rather, 3 plays into that one. Then the Panthers strike first offensively. A 45-yard touchdown run by Giovanni Blackie made it 14-0. Then they score again, a 67-yard pitch and catch from Garrett Williams to Bo Robinson on homecoming night, as Robinson was crowned homecoming king earlier tonight. That was one of the biggest plays of the game. Other highlights in the first half, a 12-yard touchdown run by Blackie, 2 in the game for him. They led 28-0. They led 34-0 at halftime after Garrett Williams took one from 38 yards out and punched it in on a 7-play, 73-yard drive that took 3:17 off the clock. Wamego unable to get much going in that first half. Second half started off with a beautiful drive, 10 plays, 76 yards, capped off on a 5-yard touchdown run by Garrett Williams, made it 41-0. And then they punched one more in, did the Panthers, on a good drive, actually a short drive, where they took over on short field of 28 yards, and 3 plays later, this time Fletcher Oddie getting into the mix as he punched one in from 7 yards out. Point after was good, made it 48-0. Wamego does add one late as they go 12 plays, 62 yards, capped off on a 7-yard pitch and catch from Oviatt to tight end Brummett, but that was too little, too late, as then the Panthers roll to the win. A few final stats for you. Garrett Williams tonight, 7-7 passing, 154 yards and 1 touchdown, the 76-yarder to Robinson. Giovanni Blackie, 13 carries, 134 yards, 2 touchdowns, including a 45-yard touchdown. Garrett Williams, 9 carries, 65 yards, and 2 scores. Fletcher Oddie, 8 carries, 33 yards, and 1 score. Bo Robinson receiving 3 catches, 119 yards, and a touchdown. And when they went through the halftime or the homecoming stuff, they read, an embarrassing moment from every kid, which oddly some of these kids used it as it seemed like a chance to confess to things. I don't know, that's odd. But then they would say best sports moments or best moments in high school. And I believe Robinson said something about beating Chanute last year in the districts. I would be surprised if tonight didn't overshadow that. Other side of the coin for Wamego, 6 of 14 passing for Hayden Oviatt for 29 yards and a touchdown. Rushing the ball, he was 14 carries for just 35 yards. Altogether, the Panthers were very good against the run tonight and really very good defensively all around the board as they limit them to just 148 of total yards. Panthers rack up 387 of their own on the ball game, and they do win it. That's all that matters, 48-7. It's going to do it for us here tonight. Don't forget, coming up next week, as we will have back here for Piper on Friday. Our pregame coverage starts at 6:35, kickoff at 7 o'clock. Possibly some makeup games tomorrow, possibly Tongi and Kansas City Piper on our Tonganixie Sports Live channel. Watch our Facebook page if you want to watch some good high school football on a Saturday. We might have that for you tomorrow as they try to finalize that later on this evening or early tomorrow morning. We hope that does happen. For Caden Carbajo filling in here tonight on camera, I'm BJ Harris. Thanks to everybody here at Paola. It makes it so easy to come in here and do our jobs. And thanks to the Panthers for being so dominant and getting a win here as they move to 5-0. We'll back at it next week. Thanks for watching Paola Sports Live. You've been watching Panther Athletics on Paola Sports Live. Paola Sports Live is presented by Go Brawley. It just works. Learn more at gobrawley.com. Also by Elliott Group, Hers Incorporated, Iron Horse Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, Dr. Laura's Orthodontics, and Miami County Dance Movement. Thanks for watching, and be sure to catch every second of the action right here on your new home for the Panthers, Paola Sports Live.